Self-sharing synth. Layered with one very loop. Gentle filter white noise, like waves crashing digitally. Overall, sleep can contain light, pluck, melodies fade in and out, setting a dreamy atmosphere. Hardstyle hi-hats enter with soft kicks and a warm soft bass underpinning. Kotlin copy edit, floating deep inside the code, where currents break and data flows, lost within the neon haze, caught inside the overload maze. Background effects, subtle glitch, taps and reverse and washes. Art, synths, sparkle and cascade, in sync with the beat. Rising synth, sweep with increasing filter resonance. For the bit stream overload. Narrow bells tension, bass heavy drop with shimmering, distorted synth leads and wobbling sub bass. Lead synth, detuned, glitch, process, pitch bends, drum to be picked with crisp trap snares and rapid hi-hats. Overload, string, can't contain, light drop melodies fade in and out, setting a dreamy atmosphere. Trap style hi-hats enter with soft kicks and a warm sub bass underpinning. Kotlin copy edit, floating deep inside the code, where currents break and data flows, lost within the neon haze, caught inside the overload maze. Rock around as idle glitch, taps and reverse and washes. Art, synths, sparkle and cascade, in sync with the beat. Rock and wing, sparkle and cascade, in sync with the resonance. Folk chops, glitch and stutter, bit stream overload, overload. Inside the code, where currents break and data flows, lost within the neon haze. Bullet, terse and washes. Arts and sparkle and cascade, in sync with the beat. Rising synths, increasing filter resonance. Overload, chops, glitch and stutter, bit stream overload, overload. Followed, the tension inside a reverb tail. While currents break and data flows, lost within the neon haze. Washes, washes, pops and sparkle and cascade, in sync with the beat. Bass and sweep with increasing filter resonance. Vocal chops, glitch and stir, bit stream overload. Snare roll, builds tension. Bass heavy drop with shimmering, but distorted synth leads and wobbling sub bass. Late synth, detuned, glitch, process, punchy A-way kick with crisp trap snares and rapid hi-hats. Overload, activate, mid drop glitch, breaks and stutters, add texture, ambient break with watery pads and soft vocal echoes, lyrics, vocals popping underwater. Overload, stream, can't contain, light plug, melodies fade in and out, setting the dreamy atmosphere. Link, copy, edit, floating deep inside the code, where currents break and data flows. Clock ticking of warped echoes. Distant glitchy synth stabs, reverse sounds creeping in. Robotic voice. Chronolock failing. Override engaged. Deep sub bass, drone subtle tension. Stars percussion synth stabs, reverse sounds creeping in. Robotic voice. Chronolock failing, override engaged. Deep sub bass, drone subtle build tension. Stars percussion, soft metallic taps like clock gears. Halftime beat locks and heavy strong rhythm with gritty bass gloss, lyrics robotic pass. Beat is broken time, fractured space lost inside the shifting place. Second slip, rewind the flow, override the chrono glow. Layered bass pulses with off-kilter modulation. Background efforts, digital rewind clicks, warp sounds, thousand fuzz and noise and glitchy snares. Vocal chops, glitch repeatedly. Override, 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 override. Pitch bends ascend into tension. Clock ticking speeds up rhythmically. Heavy halftime drop with what bass reverse synth hits and crunchy drum bass. Deep crawling with bidding and pitch modulation. Drums, swung kicks, sharp snares, metallic hi-hats, vocals, tag trend. Breakdown with piano notes and glitch textures. Skill copy, beat in time unwinds and shattered waves. Lost within the looping maze. Hold the moment, break the chain. feel the lock release again. Soft pads of swirling effects create a floating gallery in the atmosphere. Subtle clock ticks echo in the distance. Hard marks of top of an additional layer. Sense English rainbow taste pulses faster with heavy modulation. Drum fills and clear triplet rolls and glitchy percussive stabs. Vocal activated chrono breach. Final 8 bars built with rising pitch automation and glitch cuts. Elements fade into reverse echoes and ticking fades. Final robotic voice line. Chrono lock disengaged. Ends with a deep bass rumble and soft digital crackle. Crackling static, electric spark effects. Soft pulsing synths with a warped filter sweep. Robotic vocal snippets. Surge detected. Initializing recoil. Fast percussion with glitch taps fading in. Bouncing sub-bass enters with jittery synth stabs and chop glitch percussion. PG's Q-Walk. Copy edit. Voltage hits the circuits fry. Electric pulses amplify. Jitter beats collide and snap. Data surges. No time to nap. Percussion. Irregular glitch patterns with offbeat clicks and hi-hats. Metallic blocks with rapid pitch modulation. Rising noise sweep with increasingly rapid snare rolls. Vocal chop loop. Recoil. Surge. Recoil. The arpeggiator speeds up a filter. Resonance rising. Full glitch step drop with because of wobbling bass. Jittery glitch hits and punchy drums. Bass reverie modulator with unpredictable pitch shifts. Trunching copy hit signals warp the streams collide. Electric chaos amplified. Fragments dance and fractured light. Lost inside the data night. Pads with heavy reverb and subtle pitch. Then soft glitch taps reverbers. Synth elements. Origins drop with fluid glitch hits. Faster percussion and wobbling bass modulation. Invasion bassline pulsates with faster alpha-rhythm. Rhythmic glitches. Influence and intensify with triplet hi-hats and rhythmic glitches. Surge recoil overload. Final 8 bars include pitch bends and glitch jitters building to climax. Summon fade into static crackles and soft synth echoes. Data surge recoil into the digital pop and distant electrical hum. With pitch bends and glitch jitters building to climax. Elbow surge recoil. Distant electrical hum. Static and electric spark effects. Soft pulsing synths with a warp filter sweep. Robotic vocal snippets. Surge detected. Initializing recoil. Sparse percussion with glitch taps fading in. Rubbery bouncing sub-bass and with jittery synth stabs and chop glitch percussion. PG's 2L, copy edit. Voltage hits the circuits fry. Electric pulses amplify. Jitter beats collide and snap. Data surges, no time to nap. Percussion. Irregular glitch patterns with offbeat clicks and hi-hats. Metallic blocks with rapid pitch modulation. Rising noise sweep with increasingly rapid snare roll. Vocal chop loop. Recoil. Surge recoil. Synth arpeggiator speeds up with filter resonance rising. Full force kick drop with aggressive wobbling bass. Jittery glitches and punchy drums. Bass reverie modulated with unpredictable pitch shifts. Drawn hypnotic vocals, gripping shares and stuttered hi-hats. Vocal tag chopped and filtered. Data surge recoil. Glitch effects sporadically iter over for glitcher. Speaker breakdown with swirling pads and glitch echoes. Ellipse reverberated, copied edit. Signals warp the streams collide. Electric chaos amplified. Fragments dancing fractured light. Lost inside the data night. Pads with heavy reverb and subtle pitch. Then soft glitch taps and reverse synth elements. More intense droplets, layered glitch hits. Faster percussion and wobbling bass modulation. Bassline pulsates with faster electro change. Bassline pulsates with faster LFO and filter changes. Drums intensify with triplet highest rhythmic glitches. Surge recoil. Final 8 bars include pitch bends and glitch stutters building to climax. Elements fade in the static crackles and soft synth echoes. Final vocal fade. Data surge recoil. Data surge recoil. Ends with a digital pop and distant electrical hum. Rising noise sweep with increasingly rapid snare roll. Vocal chop, recoil, surge, recoil. Rising noise sweep with increasingly rapid snare roll. Vocal chops, loop, recoil, surge, recoil. Focus to drop of the riff for quadrant-based cherry click glitch hits and punchy drums. Properly and modulated with unpredictable pitch shifts. Trying to kiss with glitchy snares and stuttered hi-hats. Vocal tag, chopped and filtered data surge, recoil. Which effects vertically interrupt with precision. Publicly in the richer atmospheric breakdown with falling pads. Little pins, top-rated with unprotect shifts. Reverberation with unpredictable pitch shifts. Stuttered hi-hats, vocal tag chopped and filtered data surge, recoil. Which effects sporadically interrupt from the texture. Atmospheric glitch hits and punchy drums. Bass rubbery and modulated with unpredictable pitch shifts. Punchy keys with glitchy snares and stuttered hi-hats. Vocal tag chopped and filtered data surge, recoil. Clicks sporadically interrupt rhythm for texture. Atmospheric breakdown with swirling pads and glitch echoes. Lyrics all repeated, signals warp as strings come to light. Electric chaos amplified, fragments dance and fractured light. Lost inside the data night, bad with heavy reverb and slow pitch bends. Soft glitch taps and reverse and elements. More enveloped glitch bends. More intense chop with layered glitch hits. Faster percussion and wobbling bass modulation. Bass like pulsate with faster LFO and filter changes. Drums intensify with triplet hi-hats and rhythmic glitches. Vocal chops out, slow but vocal pitch bends. Lost inside the data night, bad with heavy reverb and subtle pitch bends. Elements fade into static crackles and soft synth echoes. Final vocal fade. Data surge, recoil. Ends with a blink sparks, modem screeches, boot sequence samples. Ambient pulse interrupted by audio artifacts. Data stream unstable, surge detected. Recoil imminent. Rapid hi-hat flickers begin to appear. Build rises with pitch warp synth loops. Beat logs and triplet hi-hats knocking 808s. Filtered growls rising under the surface. Lyrics cobbling. Copy edit, I thread the wires where the surge begins. Pulse ignites like needle pins. Cores combust in fractal waves. Echo slam through data graves. Background effects, data screeches. Binary code whispers. Energy spikes, LFOs flutter, glitch vocals loop over rising snare rolls. Vocal loop, coil, backlash breach. Synth swells, pitch bend drops. Countdown down, injecting drop in 3, 2, 1. Injecting drop in 3, 2, 1. Explosion of bass, distortion and glitch artifacts. Lead synth, granular saw wave that bends and stutters mid-hit. Kick layered with metallic smacks. Bass detune, warping every 2 bars. Vocal chop tag, surge, recoil initiated. Shift to a more ambient digital dreamscape. Crystal arpeggios over the tune pads. Distant radio, interference samples, lyrics. Copy edits slip between the static haze. Feedback loops I can't escape. Writing noise that tears the thread. Alive inside what should be dead. Heavy a variation of drop 1 with added layers and triplet glitches. Fading bass screams layered with reverse fills. Trap style snares with glitch bursts on off beats. Glitchful joke right, recoil complete. Final 8 bars, rhythmic automation stutters, bass silence fake out. Glitch echoes fade into a deep sub-hum. Stream closed, packet failure. Memory loss confirmed. Ends with a burst of white noise and a hard digital click. Stream closed, packet failure. Memory loss confirmed. Ends with a burst of white noise and a hard digital click. Dark atmospheric paths with subtle mechanical noises. Twinkling synth accents pan left and right, building tension. Chronic voice settle, jump to line, mirror fuse engaged. Close-up bass hum starts fading in under a rhythmic clicking. Driving text of drums enter, tight kicks, snappy snares and fast hi-hats pen for spatial effect. Lyrics copy edit, fusing code, electric fades and refuse the reason why. Baseline punching, complex modulated, syncopated, rhythmic better. FX, quick glitch, fills and reverb sweeps. Rising filtered noise and snare rolls. Vocal chops, Victor, no reviews, Victor. Synth tension rises with pitch, dance, and modulation. Robotic countdown, 0 through 1. High energy, throw a full drop and roll. Baselines and synth staccato, synth staccato, synth stabs. Bass, deep growling with faster rhythm modulation. Help them to break beats with sharp hi-hat rolls in stereo. Vocal tag, broadcaster refuse, Vector activated. Plus the bass hum starts fading in under a rhythmic clicking. Driving text and drums under a rhythmic clicking. Driving text and drums under a tight kick. Snappy snares and fast hi-hats stand for spatial effects. Driving text and drums under a tight kick. Snappy snares and fast hi-hats stand for spatial effects. Clever passive drums under a tight kick. Snappy snares and fast versatile effect. Rhythm effect. Driving text and drums under breaking in under a rhythmic clicking. Bass less heavier and more textured. Drums are rattling with flanger and delay on hi-hats. Vocal chops, vector system override. Final bars feature tempo starters and glitch cuts. Less faded to digital static and ambient noise. Final robotic voice system offline to refuse terminated. Enter the on digital click and a quick reverb. Bass ambiance, system machinery, hum, radio chat, drone rotor sounds fully fading in. Filtered bass, drones and metallic echoes. Protocol on the mega initiated. Bass strike ready. Snare rolls with metallic clank, city hi-hats laid with industrial noise. Medical synth-pop, PGO rising in filter. Engage drones, synchronized bass. Protocol on the mega. Bass strike ready. Heavy distorted bass with rhythmic pulses, sub bass laid with percussional noise. Identical synth-pop, PGO rising in filter. Engage drones, synchronized bass. Protocol on the mega. Bass strike ready. Bass strike ready. Heavy distorted bass with rhythmic pulses, sub bass laid with percussional noise. Identical synth-pop, PGO rising in filter. Engage drones, synchronized bass. Protocol on the mega. Bass strike ready. Bass strike ready. Bass strike. Fractured light, break the frail. Atmospheric texture swell and fade, setting a dreamy vibe. No smooth, future bass with dimensions with crisp percussion and warm bass. Melodic colors break like shattered glass. The prism of moments pass, glitching frames and fractured time. Radiance in every line, percussion, tight zag snare, soft caps and syncopated hi-hats. Bass warm and rounded, supporting the synth melody. Rising synth layers and rhythmic glitch effects. Glitch, fade, synth, white noise, increased tension. Powerful future bass drop with Gucci synth stabs and energetic rhythms. Synthetism like saws with dynamic modulation. Drum punchy kicks, sharp snares, syncopated hi-hats. Hero riffs and rated with mix and chop. And breakdown with soft pads and filtered vocal echoes. Task copy in, lost inside the radiant glow. Fragments pulse and ebb and flow. As the color tells a tale to tell. In the glitch, synth sail, paths with soul. Filter sweeps and reverb. Genic and layer effects create a flowing sensation. More energetic and layered version of drop one with additional synth textures. Bassline pulsates with rhythmic sidechain compression. Drums intensify with rolling hi-hats and snare fills. Bars built with rising pitch, bends and modulate, modulation, drop snares, hi-hats. Echo painter with concrete and chops and energy. Mechanical hum sets in with digital crackles and boot-up glitches. Distorted whisper loops beneath the surface. System override. Aggression threshold exceeded. Broken power line buzz. Sporadic sparks and voltage arcs. Filtered synthetic rhythm resembling a heartbeat monitor gone erratic. The tension rises fast. Pitch bent riser faced with percussive clanging. Zero filters moving like a machine. Heating up, it's creeping underneath. All chromatic. The tension rises fast. Beats rises mixed with percussive clanging. Zero filters over like a machine. Heating up, bass pulse wicked screaming underneath. Vocal circuit unstable. Prepare for rage state. Sudden silence and then absolute bass carnage. Euro style growl slice across a pounding dust beat. Kick is meaty and dry with a soft punch. The front like slamming a steel door. Bass lines constantly more glitch pins. Filter sweet distorted starters. Robotic vocal chopper rage mode. Engaged. Engaged. Semi-triplet sensing mechanical groove. Hit solid smashing for glass or sheet metal. A full pause with rising electric scream effects. Bass slams and bass effects. Broken power line buzz, sporadic sparks and voltage arcs. Built in synthetic rhythm resembling a heartbeat monitor gone erratic. The tension rises fast, pitch bends rises bass with percussive clanging. Enemy bites and pulse and slice it. Heavier signals variate with faster modulation and heavier starters. Strings like 5 circuitry. Such a bass patterns die and rise unpredictably. Rapid hi-hat fills to stimulate data overload. Melody line up spiral downward like a system collapsing. Climactic moment and two violence from its filter into limited chaos. A surge of distortion then the sound short circuit. Bass sparks and static remain. A broken them down voice plays one last message. Bass circuit terminated. Damage irreversible. Fine sound. One last voltage snap that fizzles out and beats the rumble. One last voltage sap that fizzles out and beeps up a rumble. That fizzles out and beats up rumble. With shimmering digital crackles, rock and energy beam effects cascading and echoing. Vocal sample.
Shotlight cascade system initializing.
Gradual build of hungry sense with rhythmic gain. On the vector bass kick in with punchy kicks and centered hi-hats, lyrics, energy beats, copy 8, fractured light, breaking rhythms in the night. Shocked by waves that electrify, rave unites, no place to hide. Percussion syncopated break beats with sharp digital hits. Bassline punchy rhythmic with slow crowd, bassline relief later like glitch bursts, rising filter sweeps and snare rolls.
Cascade, shotlight, cascade.
Cascade, shock bite, cascade, increasing white noise and rhythmic gain. Explosive electro plate drops, stutter cascades and vibrant synths. Deep and punchy with modulated filter strums. Energetic breaks with sharp snares and hi-hats. Vocal tap, pulsy shatter trees. Flutter and lift guide for shimmering paths and digital crackles, sparkling synths. A stuffy edit, broken light and fractured streams. Electric pulses shatter dreams, floating through the neon haze, caught inside the cascade's maze. Paths with Well, reverb a delay, whose effects let you decorate the space. More intense version of drop one with a layer synths and faster percussion. Bass line pulsates with rhythmic sidechain compression. Drums intensify with perfect hi-hats and snare rolls. Ice controls, final bars built with rising pitch bends and filter sweeps. Elements fade and shimmery synth pads and stutter glitch echoes. Final vocal line,
Cascade, shot lights, fade away.
ends with a delicate digital sparkle and ambient kick reverb tail. Ends with a delicate digital sparkle and ambient reverb tail. My voice sample distorted. Sparse hi-hats and deep sub rumble slowly enter. Tight punchy drums kicking with cut by snore of fun drop programming with lyrics circle copy edit static pulses energy flows baseline drives where no one goes near a funk in full control power surges through the soul. Bass, dark modulated growling with syncopated rhythm. Drums crisp, snares fast break considered hi-hats. Funky cuts and reverse vocal snippets. Rising filtered noise and snare rolls. Vocal pulse, reactor, pulse. Synth operators ramp up with increasing pitch and resonance. Robotic countdown. 3, 2, 1. Powerful neurofunk drop of complex bass modulation and driving drums. This aggressive growling layer with wobbling modulation drums. Fast-paced breakbeats with sharp snares and geared hi-hats. Vocal tag chopped and filtered. Semi-drive static pulse react. Punch, fluctuate to make the rhythm with sharp bursts. Atmospheric breakdown with eerie pads and echoing glitch effects. Lyrics like a bash, copy edit, energy flows, circuits ignite through the blocking neon light. Pulse and static intertwined in the core rhythms bind. Pass with reverb and subtle modulation. Soft glitch taps and reverse synths float over it. Deep sub bass or intense drop with layered synths and complex strong patterns. Bassline pulsates with faster polyphonic added distortion. Rolling breakbeats with triplet hi-hats and snare fills. Pulse reactor, overload. Final bars crescendo with rising pitch bends and filter sweeps. Elements fade into static crackles and ambient noise. Final robotic voice line. Reactor offline, static pulse depleted. Pulse reactor, instant glitch. Pulse reactor, overload. Final bars crescendo with rising pitch bends and filter sweeps. Elements fade into static crackles and ambient noise. Final robot voice line. Reactor offline, static pulse depleted. Ends with a sharp digital glitch, deep bass decay.
One on the look, synth cats bathe in neon glow. Pulsing up radiators with a shimmering texture. Soft glitchy crackles and spark effects fade in. Break the rift, voltage surge. Gradual filters rebuilds anticipation. Art synths rhythmically pulse alongside a driving kick. snappy claps, hi-hats with subtle swing. Bassline smooth and warm, supporting the arpeggiator's rhythm. Synth wave pop with shimmering glitch, cascades and energetic bass. Arpeggiator shattering to broken syncopated rhythms. Bass, punchy side chains with rhythmic gating. Dodgy kick with crisp snares and glitchy hi-hats. Vocal tag chopped and filtered, engage. Glitch effects and stutter edits accentuate the same cascades. Tiny breakdown with lush pads and glitch echoes. Lyrics atmospheric. Copy, edit, lost inside the neon glow. Fragments pulse and ebb and flow. Rhythmic expands, the night awakes. Electric heart begins to break. Back slow with warm reverb and subtle delay. Glitch effects let me decorate the soundscape. More intense version of drop one with additional layers and faster glitches. Bassline goes deeper with added distortion and modulation. Drums include faster hi-hats and syncopated percussion fills. Voltage breaker ignite the night. Final bars build with rising pitch bends and filter sweeps. Elements fade into shimmering paths and gentle glitch textures. Lost vocal fade at the riff. Voltage drift in endless waves. Jump blur down. Final bars build with rising pitch bends and filter sweeps. Elements fade into shimmering paths and gentle glitch textures. Lost vocal fade. Break the rift. Voltage fades. Ends with a delicate digital sparkle and echo with our tail. Elements fade into shimmering paths and gentle glitch textures. Lost vocal fade. Break the rift, break the rift. Ends with a delicate digital sparkle and echoing with our tail.
Electrical hums and sparking glitch tones. Lo-fi static critical fades and vocal stutter systems overclock, engage. Drums ramping with filtered hats and snare ghost hits. Drums fully drop into intricate tech step groove. Snare tight, crisp, metallic kick, dry and fast with sub-layering. Layering over newer bass, freestyle growl with FM modulation. Rhythmic synth stabs pulse with tempo. Lyrics synchronized, voice syncopated. Pass, copy, edit, code cascade, circuit strain, overdrive, sparks through data lanes. Voltage spike reaction chain and flow with signal unrestrained. Mid-bass filters up with rising tension. Percussion glitches begin looping faster. Vocal glitch layer heading left to right. Drive, pulse, clock up. Overflow, high-speed neurofunk drop, rapid hi-hats and break edits, switching neural basslines moving left to right. Stereo, work hits, sharp mechanical synth layer mimics, processing overheat, screeching lag, vocal overlay, bolster, then initialized heat index, max. Brief tempo dip with atmospheric effects, bad, synthetic and eerie, robotic whisper, or temp rising, throttling denied. Pass, copy, edit, bitstream breaks and threaded flow. Time compresses, circuits glow, memory bends the drive ascends. No safe mode, this never ends. Second drop, heavier and glitchier, respace tears with added distortion. More complex drum breaks. Lead synth now layering over neural bass. Final flow slice, system breach. Total acceleration. We slowly dissolve into silence. Final science. Shut down, click, monitor this. Bolster that. Offline. disco funk, drop, reverb, hi-hats, and break edits. Glitchy neural bass lines moving left to right in stereo. Perk hits, sharp mechanical synth layer, minutes processing overheat, screeching lead, vocal overlay, bolster of any initialized heat index. Max, 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 max. Brief tempo dip with atmospheric effects. That's synthetic and eerie, robotic whisper or temporizing, throttling denied, died, died. Copy edit, it's your bracing dreaded flow. Time compresses circuits glow, memory bends the drive descends. Music loop is never ends. Second drop heavier and glitchier, re-space tears with added distortion. Distortion, 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 distortion. More complex drum breaks, breaks, breaks. More complex drum breaks, neural bass. More complex drum breaks. Lyro bakes. Dark synth drone wave with electrical particles as marks, subtle mechanical wars and glitches built tension. Distant robotic voice sample warped. Circuit breaker preparing collapse. Entering drum pad kicks in, punishing sharp steps, intermittent hi-hats, baseline deep distorted growls with sudden stops and starts. Glitch synth snaps intermittently break the rhythm. Vocal drops, nerve system failure. Waxing synth sniffs a filtered white noise. Drum fills accelerate with glitch effects and snare rolls. Vocal loop intensifies. Collapse, 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 collapse. Powerful dubstep drop with crushing bass hits. Jagged synth snaps cut sharply through the mix. Complex drum programming with triplet hi-hats and glitch fills. Then robotic voice bar short circuit noises, digital fragmentation. Right now through sparse synth pads and glitch effects. Whispered vocal synth pads and glitch effects. Experiment stable. Return of drop with added layers of distortion and bass growls. Faster drum fills with increased syncopation. Synth snaps become more frequent and aggressive. Digital destruction effects cascade through the track. Gradual deconstruction of elements with glitch fades and noise meets final deep bass rumble fades to silence. Last robotic voice fading. Circuit breaker offline. Warped. Ambient inbounds, icing textures, crystalline sparkle effects, heartbeat bass tones barely audible at first. Gentle clicks and echoes that pan left to right like sonar. Distant noise reversed, ethereal system locked, deep freeze. Jammerings and thunder sharply rising like frost on glass. Sound bass pulses underneath, formed with analog style filter. Drum style hi-hats sprinkle gently with reverb heavy. Add the levels to input ghostly harmonic layers. Atmos effects, tune winds with faint delay trails. Add swell upward freezing into crystalline distortion. Something builds with the rising pitch glitch. Vocal chop, I like effect but take a local chop. Don't know where to the silence drop for a one beat. Subtle motion bass drop like an avalanche in slow-mo. Kick a snare combo drenched in reverb, creating a cavern feel. Lead synth, frozen saw wave modulated with slow LFO. Echo tail drills the drop repeating in layers like icicle shattering. Breaks back into ambient soundscape. Whispered voice sample, the numbers repeat, they never stop. Frost crackle slow down digital chirps. Back slightly to tune and warp. Simulating system decay. Returns with extra reverb and deeper bass up. Is now to the frozen fodder effects. Filtered glitch percussion fades in and out like lost data fragments. Echoes from first drop reintroduced in reverse order. Results into faint ambient hum. Final synth chord stretched into reverb infirmity. Version to reverb infirmity. Lock deactivated.
deactivate.
Shibuya FX CPU error beeps. High-pass filtered machine hum builds. Sporadic static bursts and reverse risers voice sample.
Ability detected core meltdown imminent.
Syncopated dubstep rhythm enters. Bass dirty soul bass layered with tremolo mod. Gritty mono synth riff with pitch automation. Percussion snappy snares, gated claps, digital highs, lyrics not chalk. Copy edit, code collapsing, sparks ignite. Circuit screaming neon light. Memory fracture can't rewind. Now the glitch is redefined. 16th note snare roll building in volume. Filtered riser sweeps upward with increasing pitch. Glitch, vocal chant, loop recover line, break the line. Full dubstep bass pump drop, heavy detuned bass grounds with comb filtering lead synth. Shades all like objects, chaos kick, snare combo, big room style layered with metallic thud. Glitch effects, stutters, bits crush, and abrupt micro pauses. Has a breakbeat fill in every 4 bars. Bass becomes more saturated like a corrupted wave. Vocal line, fragmented, knelt down, cascade, no reboot. More intense variation, bass beat sliding growls and machine gun style modulation. Glitch melody and it stop buried under distortion. Drums aggressive double time, snare fills hills. Circuit noiser and twisted noises and fast filter modulation. Final voice, cybernetic variation, bass beat sliding growls and machine gun style modulation. Last element, roll hum fades out with glitchy vocal whisper. Shutdown complete.
Trippy.
Volume fill collapsing, sparks ignite. Circuit screaming neon light. Memory fracture can't rewind. Now the glitch is redefined. 16th note snare roll building in volume. From filtered risers, soft work with the reflexes. Christian vocal shock is straight the one. Big break the line with the green book lock. The glitch is redefined. Memory fracture can't rewind. Now the glitch is redefined. 16th note snare roll building in volume. Filtered riser sweeps upward with creasing pitch. Glitch override, break the line. Bubble bust that bass pump drop. Heavy detuned bass grounds with comb filtering leads and chainsaw like upclutch chaos. Snare combo, big room style layered with metallic thud. Glitch effects, stutters, bits crush, and abrupt micro pauses. Adds a breakbeat fill in every 4 bars. Bass becomes more saturated like a corrupted wave. Vocal line, fragmented, meltdown, cascade, no reboot. More intense variation, bass pitch, sliding growls, and machine gun style modulation. Glitch melody in 8-bit stop buried under distortion. Drums aggressive double time, snare fills, effects, short circuit noises and fast filter modulation. Final voice scream, cybernetic. All sound, all sounds slowly fragment into silence. Last element. Low hum fades out with glitchy vocal whisper. Shut down complete.
As the heat steams for metallic clangs and distant static. Some drones under pure fracture glitch effects. More coded robotic voice system breach initiated. Forging data rift. Aggressive syncopated text and drums enter tight kicks. Snapping snares, rolling hats, bass line, dark modulated growls beaming in rhythmic patterns. Staff of glitch static weave throughout vocal chops, handling pressing. Fracture, code break, data shift. Drums will speed up with snare rolls and glitch effects. This rising pitch with filter sweeps, sparkle stutter loop, rift. Full love, boom dropping heavy bass, crossing complex drop over organic bass lines, switching between sharp pulses and deep sub rumbles. Rolling back beats with glitch fills. Advanced circuit sparks, data corruption noises. Stripped down session with atmospheric passing glitch effects. With the risk, chaos forms to turn up, drop a bigger track from bass, rhythm, a bunch of glitch effects. Modulated bass, crowd slide through the mix with pitch bends. Drum speed up with intricate fills. Glitch effects cascade around the rhythm. Sounds gradually break apart with glitch phase and metallic echoes. Final bass note held and distorted and decided into silence. Lost robotic voice. Badger forge, rift complete. Right, shivering since our title was built with layered digital effects. Distant city ambience, hum of neon lights and faint traffic noise. Subtle rhythm clicks and hi-hat taps fade in. Bassline drops in with a deep rolling groove. Simply sharp chop steps with pitch modulation. Breakbeat rhythm begins, turning the energy forward. Laser light sweeps and push accents. Whirlwind, pumping edit, breaking through the neon haze. Chasing lights in endless maze. Pulsing nights, circuits flare. Grid breakers everywhere. Laser light sleeps and glides. Drum fills intensify with air rolls and rising white noise. Break grid. Neon liars. Electro house drop pounding bass with pulsating rhythm. Beat falls into fast with ringing stabs. Return of club with added synths, layers and bass punch. Gradually comes board, intricate with triplet fiddles, swirling pitches and reverberant lens and pitch slides. Layers peel away, leaving a simple arpeggio and fading bass. Final synth stab echoes into silence. Grid faithful sampler, grid breaker offline. Full electro house drop, pounding bass with pulsating rhythm. Synth lead evolves into fast rhythmic stabs. Breakers everywhere, reflakers everywhere. Glitch effects and laser swooshes cut through the mix. Energy pulls back to shimmering pads and sparse percussion. White noise. Neon lights fading fast. Ambient city sounds filtered through delay. Return of the main drop with added synth layers and bass punch. Percussion becomes more intricate with triplet fills. Synth lead as melodic runs and pitch slides. Laser hits, layers peel away, leaving a simple arpeggio and fading bass. Final synth stab echoes into silence. Break, breaker, offline.
Identical harmony digital spark anthems. Tallow racers echo through a synthetic cityscape.
Vocal whisper after call initiated, loading neon shard array. Percussion slowly builds some filtered blips and glitched clicks. Driving beat kicks in, electro snare, punchy bass groove. Lyrics snappy edit, sharp pull, even night circuit things, electric bites, neon strikes like razor wire through the bass. We climb higher, says sharp cuts for snaps with delay trails. Rolling cyber grooves subtly modulating. Laser flickers, hypers, data shards breaking apart. Shards synths repeat and glitch and rhythmic stutter. Filtered bass rises with tension. Vocal jump loop, initiate, reach now. Kick roll escalates to full distortion. Software substance, with the pushed edge. Tight and groovy with fills every 8 bars.
Protocol breach max and melodic blips and glitch clicks.
Ass. Copy edit, systems fade, the line reboots. Echoes hum through data roots. Neon pulses hard and fast. The shard's code is built to last. Sassy and ambient. Shard effects scatter like digital wind chimes. Helpless flows, glitch effects, simulate reboot. Harder second drop with denser layering, double time shard synths. Baseline has to synthesize. First the cells intensify, first the bass intensify.
Long tour call complete.
Rolling cycle crane and tickling the shits. Face the silence on a soft neon hum. Final vocal terminated.
Shard synths echo and degrade into glitches. Increase the silence under soft neon hum. Final vocal.
Protocol terminated. Shard, initiate, breach, now.
Control escalates adult with a bit crushed edge. Shroud and groovy with fills every 8 bars. Protocol breach maximum index and glitch allow.
Protocol breach maximum intensity. Pulsing synth arpeggios with a distorted greedy tone, layered with digital noise and flickering code sound effects. Robotic voice system online, phantom grid engaged. Rightful build percussion, mechanical clicks and hi-hats. Full synth punk beat drops, punchy kicks, snappy snare, crunchy hats. Lead synth sharp, jagged riffs with pitch bends, the distortion, bass thick, growling synth, bassline moving in sync with the rhythm. Coddling, copy, edits racing through the phantom grid, signals break, codes undid. Haunted bites and flicker flames, lost inside the cyber games. Synth layers stack with rising pitch and intensity, drum fills and snare rolls speed up. Overdrive, phantom, overdrive, electro bass, synth punk drop, heavy distorted bass, synths cutting through the mix. Faster beats, synths racing in syncopation and bursts, safe drum pattern with layered glitch, percussion, effects, digital static flickering like bursts. Break down to minimal patent distant echoes.
Universal synth motifs with delay and reverb. Tournament drop with added distortion and complexity. Bassline victims with growling modulation. Down to leads in the chops and counter riffs. Drum fills become more aggressive, pushing the pace. Evolve layers peel away, leaving the single set line fading down. Final echo and glitch effects trail off into silence. Closing robotic voice. Phantom grid shut down.
Beat blitz glitch in and out of tempo. Broken arcane startup sound. Vocal glitch F match. Online. Lo-fi beats slowly emerge from digital static. Loose groovy glitch hop. Beat with trap snares. Lyrics fully built at read up. He did. Pixels crashing code unchained. Lines of chaos in my brain. Packets lost in static zones. Baseline cracks and circuit bones. Basic rhythm with big crush textures. Truck syncopated kicks. Distorted snares. Chop bills and syncopated kicks. Distorted snares. Chop fills. Synth glitch deep melody mixed with pitchfork bleeds. Increasing tempo of glitch stutters and data corruption effects. Vocal chop, hollow pixel overload. Rise on a synth flow, dissonant pitch bends. Chop drop, trap bass and aggressive digital distortion. Big chop drop, trap bass and aggressive digital distortion. Insert crunchy with mid-range punch. Drop sharp snare rolls, triplet fill, double tag layer. Distortion, pixelated havoc and ideated. Randomized synth hits and arcade effects crashing rhythm. But cheap breakdown with stuttered vocal loops and ambient data decay. Lyrics online, copy edit, memory phrase, signal bent, reboot fails, I fragment, errors looped by disengage, trapped inside this data cage. Sounds analog, his CPU fan blurring static sweeps. Heavier glitchier drop with layered rhythms and trap fills. Glitch full with beats, ping and zap, overload. Bass modulated growl with sharp pitches. New synth layer, appliance laser snaps. Full drop design to glitch. Havoc, system down. Soa, tempo slows, draw dissolve into glitch particles. Final digital distortion collapses into silence. Closing sick, CRT shutdown, page offline. Pixel overload. Rises slow with dissonant pitch bends. Chop drop, trap bass and aggressive digital distortion. Big chop drop, trap bass and aggressive digital distortion. Third, crunchy with mid-range punch. Shorts, drops there rolls. Fill. Pixelated. Hits and arcade, crashing rhythm. Big chop down with vocal loops and ambient data decay. Copy, memory phrase, signal bent, reboot fails, I fragment, errors looped by disengage, trapped inside this data cage. Sounds analog, his CPU fan blurring static sweeps. Heavier glitchier drop with layered rhythms, a trap fills between beats, ping, zap, overload. New synth layer ground with sharp edges. Synth late is low path, trapped inside this data. Trapped inside this data cage. Sounds analog, his CPU burns, static sweeps. Heavier, glitchier drop with layered rhythms and trap fills. Glitch fills between beats, ping, zap, overload. Bass modulated growl with sharp edges. New synth layered uprights, laser zaps. Vocal chop with sliced and glitched. Havoc. System down. Tempo slows, drops dissolve into glitch particle. Final digital distortion collapses into silence. Closing sync, CRT showdown at the page offline.
Synth that slow, warm yet tense chords. Glitch effects like shattered data fragments crackling background. Synth vocal sample, injecting shadow light, initiating breakdown. So rising noise riser builds tension. Hard wave beat kicks in with punchy kick and sharp snare. Lead synth emotional soaring melody with distorted edges. Mid bass vibrated with vocal modulation. Glitch stutters
slice rhythmically between notes, lyrics mesh, copy, edit, cracks form in the single line. Data breeze where pulses shine, fracture beats collide and bind. Shattered bites corrupt my mind, build up on modulation. Synth players rise with pitch bends and ride nice sweeps. Drum fills speed up with glitch chopping, vocal chopper bangs. Shatter, break, break.
Injecting shatter bite in a sheet.
Injecting shatter bite in a sheet.
In the shit, break down and break down.
Down. Parade kicks in with punch, kick and sharp snare. Lead, synth, emotional soaring melody with distorted edges. Mid-back sponge layered with wobble modulation. Hex purpose sponge layered with wobble modulation. Play sudden with between notes, lyrics, bishop, crash, copy, edit, crack, sword in the single line. Data breeze with pulses shine, fracture beats collide and bind. Shattered bust corrupt my mind, build up on modulation.
Hardway beat kicks in with punch, kick, and sharp snare. Lead synth, emotional soaring melody with distorted edges.
Heavy compressed, watch later with wobble modulation. Glitch, stutter, slice, rhythmically between notes, lyrics stash, copy, edits, cracks, form in the single line. Data breeze where pulses shine, fracture beats collide and bind. Fracture beats collide. Shatter, break. Modulation. Fracture beats collide and bind. Felt good cracks form in the single line. Data breeze where pulse beats collide and bind. Copy, edit, cracks form in the single line. Data breeze where pulses shine. Fracture beats collide.
Electricals and buzzing synth drums, sharp digital sparks and robotic voice snippets. Robotic, charging shock core.
Hard-hitting bass drums with pushy kicks and tight snares. Baseline aggressive, distorted with oscillating growl. Screaming synth leads pierce through with fast modulation. Glitchy percussion and zap effects layer in vocal chop. Shock chord, ignite. Rising synthos and filter sweeps. Drum fills accelerate with glitchy rolls. Vocal loop intensifies. Reactor outpour. Electro drop with heavy bass slams and aggressive synth blast. Fire lead synths cut through the mix with distortion. Drums punch hard with syncopated hi-hats and triple fills. Hex and crackles, digital glitches and zap sounds.
Energy pulls back to atmospheric pads and low drums. Spitball at return of the drop with added synth layers and intensified bass. Synth plates become more complex with rapid pitch bends and modulation.
Drum fills speed up and become more intricate. FX cascade with layered glitch effects and electrical bursts.
It's gradually fade with glitchy noise and low bass hum.
Final synth zap echoes into silence.
Closing, rise. Offline.
First the electric crackles and humming voltage drones. Twinkling synth sparks flutter in stereo space. Distant robotic voice sample filtered and distorted. Power rising, voltage surge imminent. Contract beat kicks in with tight punching kicks and sharp snares. Baseline aggressive buzzing synth bass with staccato rhythm. Razor synth leads slice through with fast pitch modulation. Glitch effects, digital sparks and short bursts of white noise. Shock, voltage, overload. Rising filter sweeps with cascading synths. Drum roll speed up with snare fills and glitch percussion. Vocal loop intensifies voltage. Shockwave, voltage. Full hard drum with pounding bass and electrified synths. Praise pulsing sparks fluttering layered with buzzing distortion. Synth leads cut sharply with pitch bends and rapid modulations. Drums punch aggressively with triplet hi-hats and sharp claps. FS electrical bursts, static crashes and zap effects. Energy pulse back, distorted synth pads and low humming drones. Thanks as well of current stabilizing heavier bass growls and increased synth complexity. Jagged synth leads weave fast melodic lines of glitch effects. Drums become more intricate with syncopated fills. FX cascade with layered static and digital interference noises. Elements gradually deconstruct with glitch fades and pulsing low end. Baseline aggressive buzzing synth bass with staccato and buzzing robotic voice. Voltage, shockwave, shut down.
Sub-bass rolls in with subtle growls. Atmospheric low drones and distant crackles mimic seismic activity. Gradual build of synthetic tension noises and distant robotic force. Warning, bassquake imminent. Warning, bassquake Sims rise kicking with heavy kicks and sharp snares. Baseline deep and distorted with slow crushing wobble. Layered thunderous synth slams hit on the downbeat. Cracks ground shaking impacts and rumbles. Snakes feel the quake, unleash the overload. Rising white noise and filter sweeps build tension. Drum fills speed up with glitch stutters and snare rolls. Vocal chop loop. Overload. Explosive bass drop with massive wobbling sub-bass and fluorescent layers. Thunderous synth hits punctuate the rhythm. Drums punch hard with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. Seismic crashes, bass slams and glitch bursts. Energy pulls back to deep atmospheric paths and rumbling bass drones. Distant echoing vocal cymbal. Aftershock. Return of the drop with added distortion and layered thin synth bass growls gifted with modulated pitch bends. Drum patterns intensify with complex fills and rapid hi-hats. Cascading glitch effects and heavy bass punches. Elements peel away, leaving a deep sub-rumble and distant seismic echoes. Final synth reverberates into silence. Cleveland's closing vocal sample. Fading. Bass quake. Complete. Complete.
Seed welding sparks, steam hissing, massive servo whirs, industrial ambience with low rumbles, clanking metal echo effects, mechanical
Protocol accepted engaging bass wells.
slow, rising build with reversed metallic hits and glitch shards. Drums hit like piston slams, heavy kick, snappy snare, bassline, grinding like metal tearing. Welding sparks used as rhythmic textures. Aggressive robotic screech layered with low mid growls. Start patterns mimic robotic movement. Glitch X fill every 8 bars, gives off sparks. Tension build with reverse hydraulic effects. Mid-range synth filtered and rising. Both sparks rising. Brace for discharge. Iron swell. And left to right. Loose over right. Kicks in with double bass stabs. Kick drum has added subfloor shock. Mess screech now glitch pitching every 2 bars. Clank and brush and creep studded machine feels. Soft tooth snack miss distortion automation bass. Then build the 4 major hits add instability. Dirty bass modulates like pressure valves breaking. Halftime rhythm. Failure imminent. Recalibrate chorus sequence. Low alpha builds with spark delays. Steady steam hiss and fracture. Swell override complete. Machine siren and alarm with a brace line. Kick and snare reversed in parts. Bass dab rhythms become unpredictable and hostile. Wicked lines explodes, melts. Feedback screech at each phrase end. Ends with sub drop into silence. Ends with sewing soft release. Real soft release. Welding sparks fade. Final voice. Chorus stabilized. Override terminated. Signal fades to static. Tension build with reverse hydraulic effects. Mid-range synth filtered and rising.
System pressure rising. Brace for discharge.
Siren swell, pan left to right. Welding sparks used as rhythmic textures. Siren swell, pan left to right. Welding spill with right. Hydraulic effects. Mid-range synth filtered and rising. System pressure rising. Brace for discharge. Siren swell, left to right. Brace for right. Base for discharge. Bam left to right. Will left to right.
glitch fills before major hits add instability. Bass modulates like pressure valves breaking. Halftime rhythm. Failure. Imminent. Recalibrating chord sequence. Bass weld over themselves. Low potic odes with spark delays. Steady steam hiss in backswell. Override. Complete. Machine siren and alarm under bassline. Kick and snare reversed in parts. Bass stab rhythms become unpredictable and hostile. Percussive stack explodes. Valves. Bolts. Weld. Snaps. Feedback screech. At each phrase ends with subdrop into silence. Slow exhaust release. Welding sparks fade. Final voice.
Core stabilized override terminated.
Signal fades to static.
Fantasy blips that make a heartbeat. Soft mechanical whirring, distant digital murmurs. Filtered pads swell with low and rumble.
Signal locked override initiated.
Sharpie kicks and distorted it away from metallic snares. Baseline granular wobble modulating and stutters. Glitch textures fade in and out like biofeedback loops. Vocal heavily plaza robot exotic. 3D made vital spike, I can't comply. Heartbeat sits with signal live. Echo maps my current mind. Override, I'm redefined. Snarls tighten, high pass filtered. ECG beats accelerating glitch. White noise rise from top flow.
Bio signal override.
Cyber trap plus industrial bass explosion. Heavy 808s morph with bass grinds. Glitch slits, syncopated pulses like a corrupted EKG. Buckling rhythm, syncopated claps. EO signal locked. OB8, high value initiate. Drop beat kitted. Cement pulse electric skin. Biocode corrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layer subgrowl high and shriek. Last word copy 8. Synthetic pulse electric skin. Biocode corrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layered subgrowl high and shriek. Last words from synthetic voice. Override complete. Identic voice. Shed on force. Override. Beep. Ends with single flatline beep. Industrial bass explosion. Heavy 808s morph with bass grinds. Glitched legs, syncopated pulses like a corrupted EKG. Limb rhythm, syncopated claps. Effects, circuit snaps, static crashes, heartbeat distortion. Glitch modes, things induced with best pitch, then pass. Drones that are tree skin and biocode corrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layers subgrowl high and shriek. Last word. Copycat. Pulse electric skin. Biocode corrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layered subgrowl high and shriek. Layered subgrowl high and shriek. With pitch bend pads. Exploding from synthetic voice. Biocode corrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layered subgrowl. Layered subgrowl. High and shriek. Layered shriek. With pitch bend pads.
Low and separable like a machine powered on deep underwater. Sparse ambient glitches, flicker, fade reverse, hi-hats and edge crush risers. Good vocal texture.
Enter the void. I've initiated.
Trap beats emerges slowly. 808 release the lid snare. Bass filter growl submerged like it's underwater. Melody gets inside wave arcs drifting in the background. Occasional river bursts and glitch clicks. You just skew out, copy, edit, pushing the code. I'm pulling you under. Darknet zone with a 5-inch colder. Crash the light, I corrupt and smother. No reset now, I'm your system's thunder. Synth pitch bends upward like pressure building. Snare roll with with granular effects. Deeper, deeper breach. Low end pulses, increase intensity on sonar pings. Star Trek bass drop hits, less of distorted 808 with low pass modulation. Hi-hat switch to triplet rolls. Stay less engaged in melody centigrade. First hi-hats and big crush risers. Whisper vocal texture entering the drive initiate. Must be initiated. Flip initiated. Trap beats emerges, slow down glitch effects. Reverse, reverb effects, trail into silence. No light, just code, just fall. Outro first, delay, lost in static, drift away. Core corrupted, nothing pure. Virus deep, no final cure. Hard to drop with glitch variation. 808s now big crushing clipping. Melody switches to a daily glitches. Ton of glitches, drums get heavier, layered traps, snares. Final vocal cut. Disrupt with glitch variation. 808s now big crushing clipping. Melody switches to a palette you under. Dark and never rate trap snares. Final vocal cut. Abyss reached. System error. Complete.
They slowly fades, replaced by glitched final crackle, final 4 notes echo like sonar in pitch descent.
Vocal whisper fades. You're not coming back. Complete back, bigger breach. Complete back, bigger breach. The wind pulses increase intensity like sonar pings. Star Trek bass drop hits, massive distorted 808 with low pass modulation. Hi-hat busted, triplet rolls. V-less spins, buckles, and sparkles, specific hits and noise. Heavy sucking, and granular daily effects. Drum beat, interlude with slow down glitch effects. Reverse, reverb, it's trail into silence. No light, just code, just fall. Beaker falls, bits decay, lost in static, drift away. Core corrupted, nothing pure. Virus deep, no final cure. Hard to drop with glitch variation. 808s now big crushing clipping. Now bit crushed and clipping. Melody switches to a silent glitches, tray, lit to silence. Purpose reached, system error, complete. Idle vocal cut. Abyss reached, system error, complete.
The beat slowly fades, replaced by glitch. Final crackle.
Final 4 notes, echo like summer and touch the sense. Girls get heavier with layered traps, snares. Final full whisper fence. You're not coming back. Low pass filtered bass pulses mimic data traffic. Binary effects, modem crackle, firewall ping echoes. Robot and voice sample, low pitch, digitalized. Initiate breach protocol, loading exploit. Build up starts, metallic taps, reverse symbols, low rumble. Classic rhythm kicks in laser like lead distorted saw with pitch on wobbling sub-bass, syncopated metallic tone. Blitz crushed hi-hats, background alarms and firewall breach. Vocal sample, access granted, containment failed. Tightening drum loop with rising growl, repeating vocal glitch stutter. Wall, disintegrate. High-pass filter sweep on baseline rising screech. Main rhythm groove, jagged laser cuts synth hits on every beat. Dirty mechanical bass wobbles layered with malware like FX. Sound design mimics corrupted data streams. Breaking 140 breach-sided file. Meltdown in progress. New rhythm staggered offbeat groove. Heavier sub, glitch lead modulates every 4 bars. Bit crush effects slices through background layers. Glitch voice sample detected. Firewall meltdown in progress. Drop gets heavier, double distortion layered whoops. Reverse engineered synth spiral down then slam. Mid drop brief tech stop then punch back in with extra grit. Malware data fast glitch randomly through stereo field. Drums fade leaving glitchy synth fragments. Final sound firewall classics. Glass code fragment. Classic rhythm kicks in. Laser like lead distorted saw with pitch automation. OM active. system breach detected. Opamine static rising glitch noise. Whispered vocal sample. Fragment. Burn. Initiated. Layered synth paths glitching out like code corrupting. Bit crush snare hits every 4 beats. Deep reverse crash, building tension. Effects, circuit, hiss, binary flutter sounds. Glitch door entry, wobbly wide, fractured and layered with bit crush delay. Kilo and compressed, hits like corrupted RAM. Shock, reverse, pre-hit artifacts. Fragmented, contending every raw like melting data. Dead of glitches, entire 4-bar collapses into silence and restarts with a distorted slap. Off-top sound breaks their forms, capable. Memory center, memories, silence, audio tear warps. Quick silence, high-pitched data, spiked immediate drop. Fire overload. Pulses now hotter, angular. Sub-bass modulates like melting machinery. Care now, wrists burst. Discluded white noise glitch. Heat sickness, reverse forward, layering with glitch cells. Podcast glitch resets. Execute. Random servers left right. Depth changes mid-bar for sound. Melting effect. Sounds like a hard drive dying. Fragment collapse. Stars and the sprint glitch. Ambience intermittent summer rumbles. Synth reverse slow down. Let auto pan like spiraling. Unnailling out of control. Fluctuated above glitches into upper hills. His words in evergreen. While dropping corridor. Bombs re-enter with extra distorting. Morphs into a crystalline high energy lazily. Wide and multi-layered. Almost orchestral in glitch form. Massive reverse reverb glitch fragments. Fragmented, pitch bending every bar like melting data. Hidden dumb glitches, entire 4-bar collapses into silence and restarts with a distorted slap. Throws constantly praised on cliff follows, never predictable. Get a predictable. People. Little souls, beat bodies filtered, base halted. Drug collies suffer, memories. Virus, off-road, burst-forward, kill soft glitch, swirl fade. Massive reverse neural glitch fragments. Reverse core to its battery static. One last vocal, complete echo remains. Final bass pulse, counts out to a soft glitch spiral fade.
Slow like a digital sunrise. Frames in reverse pianos fading. Lo-fi texture overlay. Final crackle, whispered vocal. Ghostline reality is just a memory corrupted. Not end, progression begins. Arpeggiated synths sparkle with stereo panning. Chill step rhythm, like snare side chain kick. Soft sub bass home below. Effect flutter, delay tails. Live between the lines. Echoes of a dream long gone. Broken frames rewind. As I play the same old song. Vocal chops glitch rhythmically. Pitch rising, pad under shimmery sense. Narrow filtered upward. Hold on, for what's not real. Western bass drop, motion emotional stacks. All chord side chain to the kick. Switch spark texture sprinkled over the drop. Vocal stutters woven into the mesh. Bass, gentle, round but aggressive. Melody cascading in sevens and ninths. I mean, underneath. I was whole once before the break. Click and drop my memory, corrupting chord structure but with granular delay effects. Vocal fragments chopped and reversed. Melody is now worth slightly as if unstable. Sub-bass slightly detuned for emotional tension. Final vocal line, fragments fading forever. Pads slowly retreat. Piano chords echo like fading thoughts. Final effects, old text on a low bit depth glitch. Ends with a single reverse chime. Pitch rising pad under shimmering sense. Snare roll filtered upward. Hold on to what's not real, but I still play the same old song. Vocal chops glitch rhythmically. Pitch rising pad under shimmering sense. Snare roll filtered upward. Hold on to what's not real, but I still play the same old song. Vocal chops glitch rhythmically. Pitch rising pad under shimmering sense. Snare roll filtered upward. Hold on to what's not real, but I still play the into the melody. Bass, gentle, route, not aggressive. Melody cascading in sevenths and ninths. IBNEN, interlude, suspended in sound. That's well, and descends, barber with patterns. That's why we retreat, piano in sound. That's well, and dissolve piano melody solo with subtle glitch artifacts. Vocal whisper layered underneath. I know the break. I was whole once before the break. Melody cascading in sevenths and ninths. Single
Frustrating drums layered with subtle mechanical hums. Sparse glitch effects flicker like beta sparks. Distant robotic vocal sample, graviton field destabilizing. Tight tech step drums kick in, punchy kicks, crisp snares, rolling hats. Bass like thick modulated growls with wobbling gravity like shifts. Glitch leads cut sharply through the mix with stuttering rhythms. Vocal chops have a light gravity. Sense rise with filter sweeps and pitch bends. Drum rolls accelerate with glitchy fills. Vocal Luke, crush. Full neural bass drop with deep crushing sub-bass and complex rhythmic patterns. Bass growls oscillate with pitch modulation layered with distorted synth shards. Drums punch hard with syncopated breakbeats and glitch percussion. FX, digital crackles, and mechanical impacts. You can ambient break with swirling pads and glitch echoes. Whispered vocal sampling. Gravity falling. Return of drop with enhanced bass layers and increased distortion. Simply weave fast, glitchy runs cutting through the bass drum fills speed up with intricate syncopation. FX cascade with mechanical hits and digital noise bursts. Gradual disintegration of elements with glitch fades and sub-bass decay. Final low bass note sustains and fades into silence. Closing robotic voice. Graviton crusher. Complete. flickering fire, crackling molten lava like synth hats. Distant sirens, ambient smoky noises build tension. During the drop zone, heat rising. Heavy rhythm drums enter with punchy kicks and sharp snares. Bassline, deep molten growls with slow crushing wobble. Sizzling synths with pitch bends and flame-like modulation. Every crackling embers and fire bursts. Drop zone. Drop zone. Ignite. Inferno. Drop zone. Ignite. Rising synth sweeps layered with fiery noise bursts. Snare rolls and drum fills increase intensity. Vocal loop intensifies. Drop zone. Drop zone. Drop zone. Full rhythm drop with crushing bass and molten synth layers. Bass grill slam hard with modulated distortion. Percussion is aggressive with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. FX, bursts of fire, crackling explosions and heat waves. Energy pulls back, smoky pads and distant fire crackles. Whispered vocals sample, burning through the chaos. Return of the drop with enhanced bass thickness and added synth flourishes. Drum fills become more complex with triplet hi-hats and glitch effects. Synth leads sizzle with rapid pitch modulation. Effects cascade with layered fire bursts and rumbling low-end hits. Elements slowly dissolve with fading fire crackles and distant thunder. Final bass rumble fades out into silence. Closing vocal sample, soft, fading, inferno. Complete. Drop zone. Drop zone. Drop zone. Full rhythm drop with crushing bass and molten synth layers. Bass growl slam hard with modulated distortion. Percussion is aggressive with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. FX, bursts of fire, crackling explosions and heat waves. Energy pulls back to smoky pads and distant fire crackles. Whispered vocal sample, burning through the chaos. Return of the drop with enhanced bass thickness and added synth flourishes. Drum fills become more complex with triplet hi-hats and glitch effects. Synth leads sizzle with rapid pitch modulation. Effects cascade with layered fire bursts and rumbling low-end hits. Elements slowly dissolve with fading fire crackles and distant thunder. Final bass rumble fades out into silence. Closing vocal sample, soft, fading, complete. Inferno.
Faint plasma crackles, distant machine drum, alien screech effects, high-pitched, modulated, low synth swell builds pressure, distorted voice whispers, exoburst initialized. Snare roll starts bending and emphasizes laced with glitch and static burst. Drop countdown, 3, 2, 1. Stopping rhythm groove kicks in, bassline molten wobbly, deep distortion. Big stem sharpen alitone, gated rhythm, kick, clutching tight. Alien screech layer woven into bass hits. Occasional laser zap, slice stereo pan. Syncopated loop feels mechanical but alive. Reverb tails trail like plasma discharge. Bands with low end filter sweep. Containment breach, iron lash unleashed. Glitch sparkles dance above an ambient layer. Slow snare build, triplet glitch fill. Burst mode engaged. Bass steps now doubled and pitch shifted. Kick gains some rumble layer. Screech synth bends upward like overheating metal. Mid-bass distortion spikes in fast bursts. Drops feel heavier, alien unstable effects. Rising to a granular crush before each stab. Fight crackle, bass fades to deep pulse. Voice modulator, all systems collapsing, initiating plasma fall. Filtered synth echo spiral outward, silence. And full plasma meltdown. Baseline explodes in layers on fade. Screeches modulated to sound like screaming energy. Rhythms of burning glitch on every fourth beat. Pitch warp stereo panning madness. Glitch effects stack near the end. Drop ends with filter down and reverse stab. Single alien tone echoes, distant static sub-fades. Exoburst complete, anomaly record, silence. Pads with low-end filter sweep, containment breached, iron lash unleashed. Glitch sparkles dance above ambient layer, slow snare build, triplet glitch fill. Load engaged. Bass stats now doubled and pitch shifted. Kick gains some rumble layer. Screech synth bends upward like overheating metal. Mid-bass distortion spikes in fast bursts. Drops feel heavier, alien unstable effects. Rising to with granular crush before each stab. Lo-fi crackle, bass fades to deep pulse. Voice modulator upolated to sound like screaming energy. Filtered synth echo spiral outward, silence. In full plasma meltdown. Baselines.
Slow monophilic synth pads with heavy reverb. Crackling static and white noise layering gradually. Instant, fragmented vocal samples whispering. Signal. Fading. Lost. Sparse dubstep beats emerges, deep kicks and soft snares. Decayed warp textures with pitch modulation. Bass pulses, low rumbling distorted. Glitch effects, intermittent noise bursts and heavy distorted bass growls. Placing glitch chop rhythm dissonant intervals. Decay. Dubstep rap with heavy distorted bass growls. Intervals. Noises. Lost in the decay. Return of the drop with more intense distortion and layered bass growls. Synth textures more fragmented and glitch heavy. Echo glitches weave through the soundscape. Elements fade out with lingering static and echoing synths. Final vocal fragment whisper signal. Lost forever. Ends on a fading white noise sweep. Static on glitch pulses begin to sink. Since drone fades in with chop delay. Warp vocal sample a null breach. Spiral breach last shatters system. Boot glitch mid-tempo kick snare beat enters. Dark pad swirl beneath flickering hi-hats. Rising arpeggios pan left and right. Distorted synthesizer clips with circuit bend effects. Sounding with untamable. All voltage spiral ignites. Massive sub-bass pulse hits. Decay beat stomps in like glitched up synth oscillating in spirals. Baseline thick warped gritty. Break stutter, rewinds, tape stop, FX. Fill robotic snares. White noise, blasts. Paths return, flickering and chopped. Fragmented melody rebuilds. Vocals glitching, breaker engaged. Terminate loop. Launch harder, spiral collapse. Bass becomes more distorted. Late gets pitch warped, filter crushed. Sub shakes underneath with LFO twist. Laser effects, pan wide with delay tails. Quick half bar fills. Machine gun snares, bit crush, screaming robotic glitch fills. Kick gets heavier, more reverb tail. Ambient breakdown, slowed heartbeat kick. Distant static in reverse piano. Distorted vox whisper cycle corrupted. Lead melody re-emerges from static. Baseline gets layered with reverb explosions. Glitch lead stack, heavy low end surge. Kick buzzer into syncopated chaos. Rewind effects rips the final drop in half. Ends on a long spiral of filtered decay. Final voice, voltage spiral, broken. Lo-fi fade out, circuit fuzz and feedback. Synth trail fades to black. Flickering and chopped, fragmented melody rebuilds. Vocals glitching, breaker engaged. Terminate loop. Bunch harder, spiral collapse, bass becomes more distorted. Late gets pitch warped, filter crushed, sub shakes underneath with LFO twist. Laser effects, pan wide with delay tails, quick half bar fills. Machine gun snares, bit crush, screaming robotic glitch fills. Kick gets heavier, more reverb tail. Ambient breakdown, slowed heartbeat kick, distant static and reverse piano. Distorted vox with recycle corrupted.
Lead melody re-emerges from static. Lead melody re-emerges from static. Groove system melt.